Why is NATO sending troops into Estonia on the border with Russia? Security or provocation? Respect for Russia or old-fashioned agitation? Poking the bear for fun, as some might call it. Then again, there's another saying. What is that one? About waking the sleeping bear? No? RT's Yulia Shapovalova reports.
Nearly 300 military personnel, as well as 5 tanks and 20 infantry fighting vehicles, are to arrive in Estonia from France as part of a NATO mission to increase military presence in the region. The alliance says it's to counter the so-called Russian threat and to participate in the spring storm exercises. From April 23rd, the contingent and equipment will be deployed in the town of Tapa, located about 150 kilometers from the Russian border. The French have to replace the Belgian military there, who arrived in Estonia back in mid-January. There are already more than 20 Challenger 2 tanks and about 80 armoured personnel carriers in Tapa military brigade. There are also about 30 Warrior infantry fighting vehicles and 3 AS-90 self-propelled guns of the British forces. Also about 200 Estonian armoured personnel carriers of the 1st Infantry Brigade of the Estonian Defence Forces will be added to them soon. Not so long ago, the UK sent 4 Wildcat helicopters there to reinforce the NATO combat group, and 5 more Apache helicopters have arrived too.
It's a very credible threat that we see from Russia, and part of the reason that we're deploying 5 Apache attack helicopters is making sure that we're constantly adapting to a changing situation.
Spring Storm will take place in Estonia from April 29th to May 17th. In total, about 10,000 military personnel from 15 NATO member countries will take part in the maneuvers. The military exercises in Estonia are to counteract a potential Russian attack and will be staged almost every week. They actively prepare for hybrid wars and practice appropriate tactics. In recent years, Russia says there has been unprecedented NATO activity at its western borders, where the alliance are expanding their actions. Russian President Vladimir Putin looked to address the issue with the Estonian leader at the Kremlin to discuss Baltic fears about the so-called threat. It was the first fully-fledged meeting between the two countries since 2008. Putin calls NATO claims of aggression absolutely groundless, while Tallinn states it's ready for dialogue with Moscow, but results could be months away. According to Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, the fears of Estonia and a number of other Baltic countries are skillfully fueled by NATO's military leaders and overseas politicians. He stressed that Russia does not pose a threat to any of its neighbors. Yulia Shapovalova with the news with Rick Sanchez.
I'm Rick Sanchez. You found us on YouTube, and that's awesome. But you know what? I'm also live every night at 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern on DirecTV and Dish and cable and satellite, the RT app, and Pluto TV. I'll see you there.